Greetings, teacher. Uh, this video is about the 6 topics that affect the way we eat and the trends of eating nowadays. So the first one is considered as one of the most important from my point of view, and that's about the economic factors that develop the way we eat and our habits. For example, if we have a lot of money, we can choose better places to eat or more expensive places to eat. If we don't have enough money, we will simply buy things in a supermarket, in a local supermarket, and then prepare our own food. That will be cheaper, and then better for our economical purposes. Then the second one is how food is transported. Nowadays, trucks carry a lot of food to a lot of places, and that means that our food can get more places, and it has more varieties for us to eat. Then local grown food is something that is very interesting to analyze here, because that food is also available in almost all the places inside the city that we can find. So it's very easy to spot some of these places and get that kind of food. Another point is how science and research have contributed to have more varieties of food, and how it affects our health as well. Then the most of the food that we have today available in supermarkets that is already processed is made with a lot of scientific advances. For example, many conservative issues and substances that are added to our food that makes it very less helpful for our health. Then those advances have already marked a difference in the way we consume vitamins and other substances that are good for us as well. So I think it has a kind of two ways to analyze: the good way and the bad way. And the good way is in some cases a solution, but the bad way is that it affects our health. Another point is that some kind of food is bought from the ads that we find in internet. Those ads represent a great quantity of the advertisements that influence our eating habits. Because, for example, if we see something in Facebook, an ad on Facebook, and that ad is really attractive, we surely will have something to be willing to eat. We're going to eat that for sure. Then ads sometimes are very cheating and do not represent what the food really is. So we have to be very clever and choose the food we really like, and not the food we are really seeing in the ads. Another eating habit that is influenced by our way of living is international cultures. For example, Mexican food in Quito is found in a lot of places, and for example, near my home I do not have international places, but I have eaten in one of them. For example, the nearest one is in St. Louis Shopping, and they sell sushi food, and that's really interesting and really delicious. Then my eating habits haven't changed, because that's one of my preferences, but it's not my way of eat. That's not part of my way of eat. The last point is the way we work or study, how it affects our way of eating. For example, I work and I study, and sometimes I do not have time to prepare my own food. Then I try to buy something. But I really consider that if you work or study, that represents something very important for you to consider if you are going to have an eating habit. So that determines if it's good for you or bad for you. So preparing your own food is always the healthier option when you eat. And there are another social aspects that many people consider as something that affect how we eat today. For example, how many women have entered to the level alive, for example. And for me, that's something that's not relevant, but it has some kind of importance if you are an owner of a restaurant, for example, if you want to make a menu or something like that. So that's all for this moment, and I hope you have enjoyed my participation, and that's all. Thank you very much.